We are getting towards the business end of the season, and there's a clear 4 drivers in it for the championship, them separated by pretty much nothing today. Can one of them come out on top in what seems to be a very exciting race on our hands that we can watch today, with Nubert Nunes on pole, Oyinkro in second, Nahel over down in P4, Sari not too far back in the inferior car over in P6, while his teammate is down in P19, so should be interesting. Let's get into the race. Well, the formation lap has been completed, and all we wait for is those 5 little bright red lights here in Portimao. And the Portuguese Grand Prix is officially underway. It's a good start from the top 2 once again, just like we saw in the sprint. Nahel there holding off P3 into turns 1, 2 and 3. They go Oyinkro, forcing Nubert Nunes off the track. There they both go off. Nahel trying to pick up the pieces left by them both. And there's yellows in sector 1. Skittles off the track and Chappell Leclerc as well. Both down to last place in this one. And up at the front, Oyinkro has taken the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Collision further up as well for Ali, and it looks like they're all off at turn 5. Big collision there for all 4 of them cars there. Thankfully no one has been crashed out of the Grand Prix, but Oyinkro leads up at the front. Nahel up to P3 after he went down a position at the very start of the race. There's a collision further back, and there's Alex Lowell into the wall. He survives, but Ali does not. He is out in the virtual safety car, has been called. And here comes Namzar looking for the move on the McLaren of Vettel. He goes down the inside, forcing him off the track. A similar move to the one we saw on lap 1 from Oyinkro in the Red Bull on Nubert Nunes as Skittles falls into the pit lane. Here comes Oyinkro and Nubert Nunes. It's the battle for P1, the battle for potentially the championship, as there goes Nubert Nunes. They're side by side going into turn 1, almost off the track for the Red Bull, up into turn 3, and he's been forced off the track. Nubert Nunes returning the favour to the Red Bull, and now they make their way on the straight. Oyinkro just has that extra bit of power, and he will retake the lead of the Grand Prix as they all make their way single file down here. Nahel still in behind, trying to maybe make a gain in on the 2 cars up here. There's a big collision further back, not really big, a bit of a slide there from both of them, and they've got Octavia in behind as there goes Axel Dawson trying to defend from Cornwall further back in this Grand Prix. Here comes Gonzalez looking for the overtake on Octavia. Around the outside he goes, and that takes him up a place up to P12. And can he just hold it around the outside once more? He can, and that puts him back up into P12. A good comeback drive so far. He's going to have a look on the Williams as well. Monkey on Cloud in danger, and he gets the move done as they go onto the straight now. He's still looking in the mirrors, holding off the Red Bull, and there goes Monkey on Cloud twice, 3 times, being forced wide by Gonzalez into turn 1. They all go, and that is beautiful defending from the second Red Bull. And here comes Nubert Nunes. He's still over in P2, Nahel in P3. Sari looking for the move to get up to P4, and he goes down the inside at turn 3 into turn 4 though. Marshall has the better battery, and he retakes P4 from. And here comes Nubert Nunes. He's looking to gain in on the Zia virtual safety car, and there is Octavia and Lowell both out of the Grand Prix. Nubert Nunes was on a very fast lap. He did seem to be making some gains on the Red Bull throughout this lap, but now he may be getting under pressure from Nahel. They need to maybe make a choice on whether they want to pit this lap or not. It doesn't seem like Oyinkro is phased by this virtual safety car. He is just continuing on about his day, and so is Nubert Nunes. They all stay out here on lap 9, going on to lap 10 now, as there goes Sari. Sari comes in. He is phased by the virtual safety car. Those ends as soon as he comes in. He is still willing to make the pit stop here, as well as Marshall also into the pit lane, and the Mercedes of Vesteo coming in at the back as well. So that means that these 3 may get a bit of an undercut on the cars ahead. How could this do for Sari, who was in the championship battle? And here comes Marshall looking for the move on Cornwall. Cornwall going for the move on the Ferrari, but he locks up, and they both go into the wall. Big collision there. The virtual safety car has been called. A big mistake there from Cornwall. Here comes Oyinkro diving into the pit lane. He is looking to make a pit stop as well as Nahel and Nubert Nunes. They've all come in, but Nahel crucially has made the overtake on Nubert Nunes before the pit stops, and the virtual safety car, the safety car is out. Versteo gone, Cornwell gone. They're both out of the Grand Prix on lap 13, and the safety car is now out. It's a free pit stop for many cars in behind, and it means that the field will all be bunched up once more, and it's going to be yet another safety car restart for Oyinkro here in the Red Bull, weaving left to right as they enter the final corner. How will he get away here? The safety car ready to come in this lap. Safety car ending on the top of your screen as he moves through the final corner. He decides to go now, and he's got Nahel already looking to make the move on the inside before they've even crossed the line there. And there is Gonzalez up to P4 surprisingly during this Grand Prix. And Nahel now going into turn 1. He's a bit wide, but up into turn 2. Into turn 3 he goes for the move down the inside of the Red Bull, but he's not got enough to get the move stick and stuck there on the inside, and he's still in P2. He's going to have a look, but he's too far back to make the move as Nubert Nunes down in P3. They all make their way single file through turns 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 as Skittles forcing off Charles Leclerc, and they go into the wall. Charles Leclerc comes out the worst of that one, has to rotate the car 180 to get back onto the track, but he's down into P16 yet again. Oyinkro still making gains, extending his lead. The safety car is out, and it's Dawson and Racing God. They're both out of the Grand Prix. Oh no, Dawson survived it. She's managed to get it back onto the track. Her car seemed like it was beached or even gone from the Grand Prix, but she's got it back. But the safety car is still out. It's take 2 for the Ritz here as he moves through the final corner. He's led for most of this race. Can he continue to lead as they move on to lap 18 as they cross the line here? Nahel still trying that same move, looking to go down the inside and maybe fake a move to get into first place by turn 3. He goes wide through turn 1 up to turn 2. He gains and gets the move done. He makes it stick on the inside and he takes the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix. What a move. The 5-second penalty for Namzar, and they've both gone off track here with Marshall. Nahel defending valiantly from the Red Bull, and he's up into P1, but will it be a move made from Oyinkro around the outside of the next corner? Nahel forcing him off the track, giving him the right amount of room. This championship battle is certainly heating up. Nahel still leads up at the front, Sari over in P4, and he's behind Gonzalez looking to defend him with all his might there as they move through the rest of lap 18. And there's Oyinkro and Nubert Nunes, a collision between the two championship rivals, and it's going to be Oyinkro who is out of the Grand Prix, and that is crucial for the World Drivers' Championship fight here. He will be gaining up 0 championship points after this Grand Prix, and it's looking like Nahel and Nubert Nunes will be all by themselves up at the top of the standings after this one. Nubert Nunes is still trying to make gains, but he's just not had the pace this race. Fell short to Oyinkro, and now he's falling short to Nahel as they cross the line for lap 22, but he's right there on the inside. Could he potentially get a move? But he's still far behind from that Mercedes that hasn't looked all fast this weekend, but now it's pulling out the race pace. On to lap 26 here. Nubert Nunes still very far behind, and there's a big collision there. The Audi and the BMW Skittles. No, not Skittles, Namzar. Skittles is already down in P12. They are both out of this Grand Prix. A big slide off onto the gravel and into the barriers out of turn 1, and the virtual safety car has been called yet again in this exciting Grand Prix. And here is Gonzalez. He is up in P9, but he's been using those hard tyres for the whole race, so if he doesn't pit before the end of the Grand Prix, he will be disqualified. We've seen it time and time again this season, especially in Canada. Many people not using multiple tyres, but he spent the whole race on those tyres. Lap 31 of 31. Nahel, he started over in P3. He worked his way up with a brilliant overtake before the virtual safety car. Up to P2 he went, and after a brilliant battle with the Red Bull, who is now out of the Grand Prix and probably out of the championship fight, Nahel comes home, lap 31 of 31, he wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. The Frenchman taking charge in the championship fight here as Sari comes home for P3 and Hubert Nunes has to settle for second in this championship fight.